right, well, here in the Innovation Lab at Cold Spring School, the sixth graders are working on a project that mixes abstraction art with the math standards of calculating area. And so the finished project will be the students making this stained glass piece of artwork. It's out of acrylic, and we have black acrylic and clear acrylic, and then we also have tissue paper to create the stained glass effect. And so this whole project started with the students learning about the art form of abstraction. And so students researched different artists, and this is what they'll be working with. And so this piece is a piece that I call the sewing machine. And so this is the example that we're using with the students. And so this started with a picture of a sewing machine, and then I sketched it into shapes, and then slowly changed the shapes and manipulated them into this abstract piece of artwork. And so the students have been working on this, and so here in STEAM we learned about the style of abstraction art, and then in art class they all chose an object that they feel a connection to, and they worked with our art teacher to turn it into abstract art with shapes in the form of a sketch. And then the next step was they took that sketch and they drew it up in Adobe Illustrator. So all the students have their own drawings in Adobe Illustrator, similar to this, but all of different objects that they are making abstract. And so the next step in the process here is the students are going to be calculating the area of the negative and positive space in their artwork. And in sixth grade, one of the key math standards is calculating the area of different shapes using the method of decomposing those shapes and turning them into other shapes that are more familiar. And so the students have learned the formula for calculating area for rectangles and squares, and also triangles. And so in this next process, they're going to use those two formulas to find the area of other shapes, even though those shapes might not necessarily be triangles or squares. So what the students will be doing here in this workbook that they'll all have is they'll first sketch out their artwork. And so I'll take this shape, which is a trapezoid. And this trapezoid, they don't yet know the formula for calculating the area of the trapezoid. So what they'll do is they'll take each shape, they'll give it a number, and then they'll find the area of each of the different shapes. So here's an example of how the students will decompose a shape into more familiar shapes to find the area. So this trapezoid's decomposed into a rectangle and a triangle. They'll then calculate the area of the shape using this method, and then they'll find the area of that shape. The students will then find the area of all the other shapes in their artwork, and they'll put it into this table. They'll then calculate the total area of the negative space that's in their artwork. The students will then find the area of the positive space, and they'll use that by taking the area of the canvas and then subtracting the area of the negative space. Then we'll introduce to the students the concept of ratios. And so they'll take the ratio of their positive and negative space in their artwork. Once this part is done here in STEAM, the students will then take their work back to the art room. In the art room, they're going to be looking at each other's artwork and critiquing it. And they're going to be looking at the students' artwork and the different ratios of positive and negative space, and comparing, like what those ratios might look like. So a piece of artwork that has more negative space, what does that communicate to the viewer of the artwork compared to a piece of artwork that has, a different ratio for the negative and positive space. So that's how we're tying in those that important math standard in sixth grade, but then also tying in, art and design here in the STEAM classroom. And along the process, for me, when I came up with this project, I of course worked with our art teacher. But when finding this style of artwork, I believe the style of artwork is called the style. It's a Dutch form of artwork that was popular in the 19th century. I knew nothing about this at the beginning, but I used ChatGPT as a thought partner to help me find a style of artwork that I thought would work well with finding the area of negative and positive space, and it helped me find the artists that I featured in this lesson with the students. And then the students along the way, of course, are using Adobe Illustrator and the drawing features in there. And then they'll also be using our X tool software. That's the software that we use for our laser cutters. So the students will also be learning the process of taking their artwork, not just from paper and pencil to Adobe Illustrator, but from Adobe Illustrator to an actual piece of acrylic using our laser processors. And so that's what we're working on here, and I'm really excited to see what the students come up with.